The highest number of felony arrests ever made in 1 week, the result of the latest series of Operation Consequences raids. Investigators with the Sheriff's Gangs Narcotics Division, Specialized Enforcement Division, and multiple patrol stations focused on several high desert locations, including neighborhoods in Apple Valley, Phelan, Hesperia, and Victorville. Investigators made 46 felony arrests, the highest number of felons arrested in 1 week ever in the 16 months of the operation's existence. Another 53 arrests were made on misdemeanor charges. 42 firearms were seized, which included 12 ghost guns. There have now been 125 felons arrested in consequences sweeps since the first of this year, added to the 1,493 felony arrests in its first year. The number of felons arrested altogether now exceeds 1,600, 1,618 to be exact. Operation Consequences objectives are to get illegal firearms and illegal drugs off the streets and see to it that criminals responsible for both pay the consequences for their crimes. The County Sheriff's Gangs Narcotics Division, Specialized Enforcement Division, conducts Operation Consequences with personnel from the county's 15 patrol stations, the California Highway Patrol, San Bernardino County Probation, U.S. Marshals, and the Department of Homeland Security. A frequent recurrence of train robberies is not a topic from our flashback files, but rather a breaking story. A band of robbers targeted a train in the remote desert of Arizona recently, sneaking on board, slashing an air hose, and forcing the locomotive to come to a dead halt. The heist, nearly 2,000 pair of Nike shoes, worth over $4,000. Over the past year, at least 10 such train heists in California and Arizona have resulted in the larceny of some $3 million worth of merchandise. More than 60 people have been charged in federal court in connection with those 10 heists, as well as other thefts in 2023 and 2024. Among those 60 arrested, a 28-year-old resident of Apple Valley, Oscar Sosa. He stands accused of stealing about $18,000 worth of merchandise in a robbery in the remote area known as the Wonder Valley, some 10 miles east of 29 Palms. Only 2 days after the Arizona heist and 5 days after the January 10th robbery in San Bernardino County, robbers allegedly targeted a train in the same area of the Morongo Basin. The M.O. robbers scout Burlington Northern Santa Fe boxcars to identify those containers that could have valuable cargo. They board trains in staging areas before they begin rolling. Then, while the train is moving, they move from container to container, opening them with saws and bolt cutters. When they find something worth stealing, they force the train to stop by cutting the braking system air hose, causing it to go into an emergency stop. Once the train comes to a halt, box trucks are sent in to unload the merchandise and flee. Shortly after the thieves cut the Arizona train's air hose, a Burlington Northern Santa Fe police officer spotted several cases of Nike shoes besides the train, and later saw several people loading Nike cases into a U-Haul truck and a Ford Econoline truck nearby. There were trackers inside some of the boxes that authorities then used to conduct a traffic stop on the van. When authorities later searched both trucks, they found 1,985 pairs of unreleased Nike shoes worth well over $400,000. 2 teenagers, whose names have not been released, were arrested in connection with that robbery. Over the past year, police have raided 11 homes and 16 storage units connected to the operation's ringleader, Avalos Mejia, who was operating out of Phoenix and Los Angeles. In all, 60 suspects have been arrested, and $3 million in merchandise has been recovered. For High Desert Metro News, Terry Kurtz.